van and I'm on a week-long shoot gathering stock footage for our archive library, and I find myself in Norfolk, essentially because I had to abandon plans to go to Snowdonia because of bad weather, and Norfolk was the only place in the country without rain. Now, Norfolk isn't a place I'm naturally drawn to, but it has surprised me, and now I'm here, I'm really rather enjoying it. There's a lot of different content here, and as soon as you switch into I'm going to get what there is, not I'm going to get what I want, that's when you can start to get some good shots. So the North Norfolk coast is quite bleak in places, but quite impressive. I wanted to get some shots of wind farms because I know there's quite a lot up here, and I know that that is footage that potentially will have a use. And quite by chance, I stumbled across this stunning beach at a place called Wells next to the sea. And it was a cold day, but the sun was out. I put a long lens on, put the 400mm lens on the camera, shot lots of people, walking dogs, standing on sand dunes, just general beach scenes. That was brilliant. And then one of those moments that you kind of hope for, a rainbow came out, and it was a rainbow, and directly underneath it there were a bunch of people walking. So I think that's my shot of the trip. Although I wanted to avoid filming water because so much of my time is spent shooting canoeing and other water sports, it would be stupid to come here and not shoot the Broads. So I picked a couple of spots on the map that looked promising and hoped for the best. Luckily they delivered, because without local knowledge, choosing the right location was a bit of a gamble. This trip, it's all about getting to the right location, being in the right location to catch the right kind of footage, and that's meant travelling around a bit. So that really doesn't fit alongside finding a nice campsite, having a hot shower. It really doesn't. So I'm sleeping in the van the whole time. I'm getting a bit tired, if I'm honest, of wet wipe baths. You can only do so much with a wet wipe. This morning I did manage to boil a kettle and fill a bowl and wash my hair and actually wash my face and my pits and a few other things that we won't go into, and now I feel much better. So next up it's windmills. Hopefully I've got a spot on the map where there's a wind farm that I'm going to go and film, and then some windmills by some of the canals that link the Broads, so hopefully that'll be on the cards. When I got to the location of the wind farm on the map, I discovered it was still under construction and there was only one solitary turbine to see. The weather was beginning to turn for the worst, and after grabbing a few last shots of another turbine and a beet factory, don't worry, doesn't matter, I decided to ditch Norfolk and head back to Cambridge in the hope of getting some shots of the city the next day.
By the sounds of it, they go with my plans for today's shoot in Cambridge. Looked at the weather forecast last night and it's not good. So I think I might take the executive decision and abandon ship and just head home, but go a route that will allow me to stop and shoot some more if there's something that looks good.
This is a cut through I often make to get to the A34 when traffic's bad on the M3. So I figured if I was lucky I'd get a good break in the weather and I could film some of this gorgeous landscape. And well, I have to say, I think the gamble paid off because it is just beautiful. You've got a 360-degree panorama. It's all agricultural land. It's all kind of useful stuff, you know. It's going to be a nice end actually to a nice trip. The rolling hills will do me fine.